Hello there, ladies. This is Shantara Nicole. I want to do a video for you guys just as an encouragement as you are in your season of waiting to be found by the man that God has for you. A lot of women have been asking me questions on what I did while I was waiting to be found by Herman. And I wanted to make a video so that it could be shared with not only them but other women out there, just as an encouragement of God's faithfulness. I spent the last 3 years of my life single, and in that, fell to distractions. Other men coming in and saying, I'm their wife, and God told them, why do y'all do that? Like, ugh. Don't be out here saying nothing as bold as, God told me you're my wife. If you did not hear God on that, make sure your antennas is all the way up, working, receiving, sending, all of that before you go boldly tell somebody that. Because I got caught up in that little phony lie a couple times. But thank goodness that I tried the Spirit by the Spirit and seen that it was wrong-o. Anywho, I digress. Sorry. So I want to encourage you ladies out there that, one, being single is not a disease. It's not a bad thing. There are a lot of women that need to be single right now because you got issues. I had issues, and I almost missed out on my man because of my issues and me not wanting to deal with them. That's the difference. Because we all got something. You got to be willing to deal with these things, grow from them, heal from them, and move on. A lot of us, we hold on to things from our past and we become victims of our past. We come with this victim mentality of, oh, this happened to me, such did this to me, this. You know what? There's a point in our life where we just got to get over it. And I can say that because there have been some things that have happened to me in my life, and I literally just had to get over it. I could no longer use it for a crutch to say, well, this person did this and this person did that and they hurt me and da-da-da-da. Yes, that's very true. But the grace of God is sufficient. God is faithful. He is loving and He is forgiving, and you got to walk in all that and keep it moving, baby. So that's, the first major thing, dealing with stuff. I've been asked, like, what scriptures and stuff did I use during my time of waiting. One, delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. I was determined not to settle, even though at times I came close. I was definitely about to settle in the height area because y'all know, anybody that knows me, I was pressing on the height. I'm like, God, I'm 5'10" out here, bruh. Like, don't have me with no short dude where I'm hugging his head and his face all right. Nah, man. Like, I need somebody that's tall, please. Got that desire. Herman 6'3". Thank you. Okay. I'm up. Whatever you want God to give you, especially when it's biblically based, now don't get out there with no long list of no hubba bubba and this stuff that ain't realistic. Be real with yourself on what God says that you should have as a woman of God and what His Son should do. Go off of that. If your list is like 100 things and it's like materialistic stuff and shallow and superficial, get rid of it. I know God checked me. He was like, Shantara, daughter. He told me I was shallow and I was superficial. A lot of things that I was hung up on about men were not of God. Like, I look at a dude's shoes, and if your shoes ain't right, you ain't even finna get the hello. And I'm like, what is them? Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. Just being real. So in that was one. Knowing that he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor with the Lord. That kept me at bay because I'm a woman that has a dominant personality, very strong personality. And in the past, there was a time if I saw a guy and I liked him, I went after him. That's not our role. He that finds. But it is our job to put ourselves in position to be found, in position to be seen. As the story of Ruth and Boaz, she was obedient to Naomi, and then she put herself in position to be seen by Boaz while she was out working in the field doing her daily duties. Do your thing. don't be all extra at church services and stuff like that. If you see a man of God on stage and you all in the crowd, like, woo, hi, being all, don't do that. That's not cute. Be yourself. Be who you are, and know that if your man of God is going to find you, but that determines on you, because women, we can't be so guarded that can't nobody get in. Like, yes, the Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, because from it flows the issues of life. One thing I noticed about Herman off jump is no matter what guard I threw at him, he didn't see it as an obstacle that stopped him. He was like, all right, that's something I got to overcome. Let me help you through this. Let me help you get through this. And each and every time he would show himself the man of God that he was, that I could trust him and let him in step by step. He didn't try to come in and just take all of it, just step by step. So your man of God will do that. But before you even worry about the man, focus on yourself. Make sure that you're as whole as you can be, as healed as you can be, because there may be some healing that comes in your relationship while you're courting. That's what's going on in ours. Like, I experienced so much healing so far from Herman helping me, and vice versa. Like, we both helped each other. So, be as complete as you are. Know who you are. Know what God has gifted you to do, what you're bringing to the table. Too much we worry about the man and what you doing, what you got to bring, what you got to offer. Well, honey, what do you have to offer? Because last I checked, a Proverbs 31 woman, she was a beast, and she's on her stuff. The people in the street know her husband because, like, oh, that's such wife. Yeah, her children praised her. I don't know if I said that right, but you get the gist. She was about it in the house. She took care of business in the streets. Like, she was on her stuff. It's not enough for us to worry about what God is doing with the man. We need to worry about what God is doing with us. God is taking care of them. Take care of yourself. Do what you need to do as a woman of God to make sure that God can entrust you to one of his sons. Because just as precious as we are to God, the men of God are just as precious to him as we are. So he's not going to let one of his sons be messed over with because we got issues that we don't want to deal with, and my hair keeps trying to fly up. There we go. Sorry, I got to add a little humor in there. So in that, be encouraged. God is faithful. He has not forgotten about you, but he knows you too. And a lot of you women out there are not ready for a relationship. When Herman and I first started talking, and when he wanted to make it official, he asked me, like, you ain't ready for a relationship, are you? And I was like, nope, I am not. My heart is jacked up right now, and I ain't trying. Nope, can't do it. Gotta have some surgery. Take it, God. Give me a new one. And God did. Be real with yourself. If you want to be in a relationship because it's the companionship and you're lonely, then get you a dog, get you a best friend, get you a Zumba class or something that you can occupy yourself with, so you don't mess around and get in a relationship that you're not ready for. And then you end up with in the wrong relationship with a soul tie that you got to break, or in a relationship with who you're supposed to be with, but it takes longer and you're hurting each other and you're just all off. Don't even go through all that. Deal with you. Be content with you in God, because he loves you and he knows what's best for you. Just because it's the desire of your heart does not mean you're ready to receive it. And God knows that. He loves you enough to give you anything that's premature that you're not ready for. So my sisters out there, be encouraged, man. Like, I went 3 years single before God sent me this. And I'm 27. So I ain't married yet. And I'm about to be 28. That's close to 30. But God has been faithful and has kept me this entire time. So don't fret. Don't grow weary in well-doing, because you will reap the harvest if you faint not. That is a promise of God. He does not lie, and his word does not return unto you void. So be encouraged, my sisters. If you want to ask any more questions, or if you want to talk personally or whatever like that, hit me up on Facebook. My name is Shintara Nicole on there, like your shin bone. Tara, SHINTARA. The same thing on Twitter, at Shintara Nicole. Hit me up and I'll definitely be glad to talk to you and give you some encouragement. Much love. Peace. God bless. Later.